What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I wanted to just cover a topic real quick because I was talking about it on my Splinterlands TV stream last night, and it kind of blew my mind. So I did a little more digging, and I just wanted to kind of share what the metrics that I'm looking at. So I'm not going to draw conclusions here or any of that, but I do want to share with you a couple things. First of which, and I said this on the stream last night, and people were like, "What? That's crazy." Look at Venari Heatsmith right now, trading for 1.7 pennies. If you were have to bought Venari Heatsmith in December, or last year, November, December, when we were kind of at that low period, the market was low, everything was dipping, you probably could have gotten it for less than a penny. But we're just going to say a penny. On the whole, Venari freaking Heatsmith is up 70% on the year in value. Okay. Again, Venari Heatsmith is up 70% year to date. I don't know many other investments, S&P, real estate, there's nothing out there that gains 70% in less than 3 months. But guess what? Venari Heatsmith did it. And all of his friends seem to have done it too. Gargoyle Line is 1.7 cents, right? Pellicor Mercenary. I mean, even poor Pellicor Deceiver is up 50%, right? It's 1.5 pennies. So we're in a very interesting place right now because there's this mass rush on reward cards, and it's not just the common reward cards. I mean, we're seeing even the legendaries. Like you could have bought, for example, Harklaw at 50 cents, close to 50 cents. I mean, this thing is almost 3x, right? But Harklaw is actually a decent card. So is Jin Bilchka. I use them in the meta quite a bit. The only reason I was pointing out your Venari Heatsmith is because I think this is the most burned card out of all of the reward cards that came out. And this thing is up 70% year to date. So if you had faith and you were buying these cards up when they were a penny or less, you're doing pretty well right now. So again, just wanted to share that little piece of info with you. Secondly, and this is something that I'm watching because I think a lot of the purchases right now are still speculation. I know Papa Bear is going to come out. So I think a lot of the purchases are still speculation. And I do believe that most of it is going to be okay in the long run because people are preparing for land. We know enough about land at this point in time to make educated guesses. And, it's just like, well, you're going to need max cards to work your land. We don't have the white paper yet, but most people who are buying these, I think, are going to end up keeping them in the long term. Now, there is or could be some speculators out there who bought at the 1.2 cent range, 1.3 cent range that, even now could be selling for 20-30% profit. So what I'm going to be focusing on, and I have it here on Splinter Cards, is this metric right here. So we can see all these cards are now out of print, right? So I'm looking at the rewards common cards. And again, you can do this for all of the rewards cards, but I'm just focusing on the common ones for now. You can see how much of them were printed. So of the old ones, we got 8 million, and then of the newer common reward cards, we got 4.4-ish million. But this is the column right here. How many cards are circulating, right? So about 1.3 million for the Venari Heatsmith, 1.8 for the Pellicor Bandit, 1.5 million. What I want to see with these is actual combining of cards. So if we start to see the cards go down in overall quantity, it means that there's less cards, but obviously higher leveled cards. And therefore, people are taking an irreversible action preparing for land. Right? If you get a lot of people who are speculating on the price right now, and maybe people who had bought at a penny, well, that doesn't mean that we're the floor that we've hit at 1.5 cents, 1.6 cents, 1.7 cents. That doesn't mean it's going to stick, because let's say something comes out with land, there's a delay or whatever. You may get a lot of the speculators who bought at a penny or under decide that, you know what, I just want to take profit. I just want to take profit and put the capital somewhere else. So let me undercut the market. I'll sell it for 1.3 cents. I'll sell it for 1.2 cents, right? Because to them, that's still a 20 to 30% gain, and then they can take that capital and immediately move it somewhere else. And they're selling to the speculators who think that 1.3 cents is still a good deal because they missed out on the 1 cent deal or the sub penny deal. So I'll be watching these as we go along. And if these start to get lower and lower significantly, and when I say significantly, doing the math on this, and I've done it before, so I'm just going to share it roughly. 8 million BCX means, 8 million BCX, and again, I guess that goes over gold too, but just 8 million BCX in total divided by 400 for a maxed copy means that there's roughly 20,000 maxed copies of each of these common reward cards that we can get. I'm sorry, for the older ones that printed 8 million. Obviously, it's a little bit more than half of that for the ones that Murdampere, Bloodmaker, and Vampire Bat. Those printed 4.4 million. So we're still sitting at 1.3 million cards. In the case of Pelakar Bandit, 1.8 million. Pelakar Contra, 1.8 million. So even the cards that have the most value, Pelakar Mercenary, like these cards have a significant amount more in terms of overall, which means they haven't been combined. So again, I'm just going to be watching this because what we want to see is for them to go from their 1.3 to 1.8 million down as close as possible to 20,000, right? I mean, obviously we're not going to get there fully. People are playing at all different levels. But the point that I'm trying to make here is if we start to see significant decreases in the overall circulating supply, that means they're either getting burned, which obviously doesn't really matter at that point. We have a scarcity thing, and it's going to affect DEC, but that's completely separate from the focus of this video. So they're either getting burned or, more importantly, they're getting combined. And that's what we want to see, because then, to me, that's when we really start to firm up the floor on these cards. Because at the end of the day, it could still be price speculation, and people who bought in at a penny or below a penny are up 60, 70%. And if anything goes wrong for any reason, market starts to tank or whatever the case is, and they want to take profits, they could still undercut everybody else. Large holders of speculators, right? Large holders can still undercut everybody else and drop it down to 1.2, 1.3 cents and come away with a 20, 30% profit, maybe even more. So that's what I want to share with you guys in this video. These are the things that I am looking for. I'm curious to get your thoughts on it overall. Let me know in the comments below. We'll continue the conversation there. But otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.